After
Is it
14 consecutive ear
Andrew?
infections, 2 sets of tubes, she now has a mild to moderate loss.
So is she wearing
She
bilateral
wears
hearing aids?
Yes, she does. It's at 35, I think.
Look at that leg strength.
Yeah.
It's got good back strength too. I just told Carol Dudding, our clinic director, get those infant seats. We're supposed to have
Oh,
high chairs
yeah.
and infant seats that,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That would be good, yeah.
yes. It's the 16th.
Yeah. My grandma's birthday. Oh.
I didn't hear the chimes at
Yeah,
noon.
I didn't either. I had a client at that time, so.
I was
I
probably
totally
rustling around somewhere.
forgot, I know.
I did too.
I was ready for it. I wore my shirt today and everything. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Good job.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good reaching. That makes a nice noise.
Oh,
He
you
appeared
didn't
to
want
have
to eat it.
yucky, yucky, yucky. Shoo. Shoo. Oh, yes. Oh. 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 Try it. Oh. Oh. Andrew. Great eye gaze. Very engaging with the face. Good startle. Mom, did you have any concerns? Well, let me
I
say.
guess, like, my biggest thing was, they didn't give me much hope.
Yeah.
Like, that was my biggest thing. You know, it's hard to not know, I guess.
Well, I was about to ask my question in the wrong way. Other than the hearing loss, do you have any concerns about other developmental issues?
No,
As far as you can tell, he seems to be right on track developmentally.
Oh, yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like I think that he seems like he is. And when we go to the doctor, they say, yeah. And I was somewhere the other day, I was at the hearing place the other day, and she asked me, she actually made a comment. She actually said, Crystal, he does respond really well to you, and that's wonderful.
Yes.
She's like, when we see good response like that, you always see
Absolutely.
things happen that are wonderful.
Yes. And frankly, an audiogram that goes up in the high frequencies is so unusual. Does that mean the outer hair cells are damaged?
Oh, I would have to brush up.
Not the inner hair
One of the
cells?
audiology students in here.
Where are you
I
audiology
know.
students when we need it? I believe it does, but I'll have to brush up on it as well. But it's a real unusual configuration. But given your daughter's hearing loss and your husband's hearing loss, we're comfortable saying we've got a familial or a genetic link somewhere that's caused the deafness.
Okay.
So what typically happens is you will be asked by a variety of medical professionals as to whether or not you want to do genetic screening. And a big reason to have genetic screening is when there are other issues, because hearing loss is often associated with other syndromes. If he's developing normally, we would be less inclined to put him and you and the whole family through genetic testing over in Charlottesville.
Now, see, they were going to do genetic testing just so that if I would know if I had another child, if it was genetic with Amber, because Amber's wasn't completely there in the beginning, that worsened over time.
Hers was progressive, huh?
Yeah. And, well, or it was, they tell me it's somewhat conductive too, because there's
Oh, yeah.
major scar tissue.
Yeah, with all those ear infections.
Yeah.
14
And, they tell me that, but I mean, I don't know that much about, I mean, you know, I just listen to what they say and I just do what they ask me, I mean, really.
Who's your ENT? Who are you going to?
I did see Dr. Neal, but we switched. Andrew sees Dr. Gates.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I think
Ouch.
Dr. Neal's wonderful with children, but I've gotten so many odd opinions, I just don't know anymore.
Well, you've got to feel comfortable with who you go to. Let's see if he'll ambulate a little bit. How far will he reach? What will he do on his knees? Just give him support. Yeah. He wants to do it. Look at that.
Oh, he's trying.
Look at that.
Does he crawl a little bit?
He can scoot, like
Yeah.
he'll scoot himself. He must do something. I don't really notice it, I guess, as time goes on, but like
Yeah.
I can lay him on something in the house and I'll come back in a couple seconds, like walk out to the kitchen and he's clear on the other side.
Yeah.
So he
He's-
moves one way or the other.
Right. Or a lot of babies like will be on their back and scoot around or something.
Yeah, he wants his toy. He's got it in his eye gaze, and he's going to work for it. Let's see what we got. He's going to talk to him. Ooh, how exciting that kitty is. Ooh.
Here, let me do it a little bit. Okay. But when I used to work at Pace, I watched the PT all the time. So
Yeah,
yeah, if you give him like a little bit of support right there, he can push off of your hand.
as long as you keep his head supported. Look at that neck support, though. He's got great head
Yeah,
support.
Yeah. Give him a little. Yeah, he's pushing.
Look at that. He's very verbal, Mom. Lots of vocal play. Did you see a change after you put the hearing aids on with the vocalization?
I've seen, no, he actually has always done this.
He's always been vocal?
Do you want to do this? Try that.
He's always, for the most part, been vocal. She said, they told me, you know, he was nursing, and I scared him to death because I sneezed. I mean, he instantly jumped and cried. And I was like,
Sure, yeah.
he had to have heard that. I don't understand. And she's like, he probably did, you know, and
He pulled himself up so good.
Oh, he wants that in his mouth.
yeah, he does want that in his mouth. He wants that in his mouth.
Oh, that kitty. Oh, what's that kitty doing? I don't want the
Love
whiskers to
it.
poke him in the face.
What we're hearing is good dealer control. We'd expect the grunts and the nasal growl, the growling and the nasal grunts. But listen to the change in ow, ow. Between 3 to 5 months, babies start opening their mouths more and making those sounds out of the mouths, run to the all up their nose. Deaf babies have a hard time with that. Deaf babies don't follow that same development.
Come here.
And he's doing lots of oral vocal sounds. The foundation of all of our vowels are right here in this very room. Right now. He's making them.
He is pushing up so good. Has he?
You say you're getting new.
Yeah, we get new molds. It's crazy, isn't it?
Every 2 weeks or so.
Fast.
You're growing
What's
so
with
much.
the other aid? What happened to it?
It's just broke.
Yeah, look
I
at
thought
him.
it was
He's
me.
great.
You want to put it in?
Great.
Uh,
Oh, you seem
how's it broken? We have audiology staff here.
It's got, see this part, it keeps coming out.
Oh, that's easy.
But this part here's broken too, see?
Oh, the ear mold.
Mhm. And she, every time you put it back in, it does the same. Because I can put it in, but it'll just keep that. You know what
I
I'm
want it
saying?
turned to
It's just
hold
like,
you.
ugh.
Oh.
I want to turn to hold you.
I saw that Claire had somebody in the booth. She wasn't going to be able to come in.
What's the other audiologist? What's her name?
Melissa's here today.
Yeah,
Melissa
I saw
Garber.
her earlier. I wonder if I could go try
See
to.
if she's in, take it down with her. Yeah. Take it down with you, rather, and see what you get.
Those are brand new aids.
They
come
are?
straight from the factory.
I thought they're not from the loaner.
They
Bank
are
in
from the
Charlottesville?
loaner.
Uh-huh.
They are from the loaner program, but they are the best aid they have on the market that Phonak has produced.
Will you help me turn the pages? He's so interactive.
Look at that.
Yeah. Look at the baby.
Oh, mommy. He's doing beautifully.
Yeah.
Now, did you use any sign language at all with your daughter, Amber? How do you feel about signing with him?
I mean, it's totally, I just don't, I mean, do you, see, I guess my thing is, I didn't know if it was necessary if he was going to develop speech and language, but I also feel like nothing's going to hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have a bias that it helps develop speech and language.
Okay.
Here in the clinic, we work with a lot of children. A lot of parents of children with normal hearing today are teaching their babies how to sign. And you see an earlier onset of speech. It's a good catalyst for speech.
Okay.
It's almost as though it's so much harder to say it with the tongue than it is with the hands. The hands develop earlier. I have a printout for you on a website called Hands and Voices. They're going to have a family meeting May 31st in Charlottesville for families of children, babies who have hearing loss. So I'm going to have you link up with them just for support. And one of the mothers at the poster I was putting up, who has a 17 or 21-month-old, and we started seeing them when he was 7 months old. She's willing to talk to you. I asked her today in the session if she would be a support for you, and she would love to be a support for you. So I can give you her phone number and name. She has 3 at home, 1 with hearing loss, 3 under 3,
Oh my goodness.
twins. But one of the twins has hearing loss, the other one doesn't.
Wow, how did that happen? They weren't identical?
They are identical, but the hearing loss is that neuropathy,
Yeah.
which is hard to,
See, that's what they tested him for, and she told me that wasn't. She told me that they tested him for that.
and he
she
doesn't
ex-
have it.
Yeah, and she said that they explained it to the point to, like, the way she explained it to me was that they hear really high one day, really low one day, and it's really hard to aid those
It's
children.
not synchronous, yeah. Everything's off kilter. That's a high one.
Yeah. He's really into the book, though. I don't know if it's just...
Really isn't. He's even holding the book.
He
Look at
is.
that.
He was, like, turning the pages. He's a big
Books are
boy.
his favorite.
Yeah.
Like, they really are his favorite.
So you're reading to him at night?
Oh, yeah,
and,
we do.
yeah.
And he's got a little sister that loves to read.
What's that?
What is that?
Here, let's see. Oh, you want the book?
Oh, he wants it in his mouth. Everything goes in the mouth this age. Everything. Right down to the toes.
Oh, boy. Here, look. Oh, where did that go? That makes a funny noise.
Is Amber good with him?
Oh yeah, she loves him. She thinks she don't understand this. You know, this has been really hard because I cry a lot.
I know you did.
And you know, it's been really hard, but she doesn't understand the whole situation. I try not to fill her in because she worries about it herself, and I don't want her to get stressed out. I want her to focus on school. And
Now, have you linked up with your parent advisory group, the early parent? PACE is the agency here in Harrisonburg, Parent and Child Education, that's offered through the Community Services Board, the Office of Disability Services here in Harrisonburg,
Oh.
and all children from 0 to 2, and even up into 3 if you make that transition to the local preschools or but you can have home services regularly. And
Got my hair.
Caroline worked with PACE.
I did work there.
So fill us in on some of the details and how we make the contacts. and everything.
Okay. Well, I could definitely give you the phone number, and you can call and refer yourself. They will do a free evaluation, like of.
You know, you want something to chew on.
oh, he's sad.
Do you give him a passy?
He will not suck. Isn't that crazy? He will not. you want me to try to nurse him real quick while we talk? Or?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys don't mind, I'll go.
No, we don't mind.
That became emergency, so how long?
Well, it wasn't quite, I mean,
Okay.
emergency's pretty, they didn't do it exactly right away, but it was, I couldn't have him normally because
Sure.
of it. So it
Okay.
is considered typically an emergency.
Okay.
I guess I was probably in labor. I started late that night, like 10 o'clock that night. I didn't go until 3 in the morning. Labor was actually started. So I mean, here, say that.
Do you remember what his APGAR scores are? This is like very detailed, so if you don't remember.
What is that?
Like, they do scores when they're first born, like, depending on, like, to see how responsive they are and the color of their skin and different.
Yeah, I went after 3 days.
Okay.
I think it was 2 days, 3 days, something like
Okay.
that. 2 nights, 3 days, something like that.
So he didn't require anything special at the hospital.
Oh.
He was feeding right away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Area tastes
definitely.
good.
Video head. Clean. Oh. Andrew. 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 He's chewing on his sleeve, Mommy.
You're occupied.
That feels good. I bet he is making teeth. I bet you he's making teeth.
Can you laugh for him? Laugh.
Ticklish.
Now, see, sometimes in the kitchen,